Former Chief Medical Officer Dr. Patrick Martin believes a decision on whether to ban flights from the UK in light of the new discovery of a mutated strain of the coronavirus should be based on risk assessment, not emotions. He believes, based on the information we have so far, there may not be a need at this time to restrict flights coming into St. Kitts and Nevis from the UK.
The closing of the border should not be an emotional knee-jerk reaction. It has to be based on scientific knowledge and an honest assessment of your capacity to cope. The definitive answer to that rests with the authorities who have real-time assessment of our capacity to cope. If, for example, our quarantine capacity was near to breaking point, I would recommend closing of the border.
Well, currently we have about 6 persons six active cases.
That suggests that we have a certain amount of leeway. Again, it's a balance. We have to balance the public health with the need to keep the economy going to the extent possible.
Dr. Martin said the news of the mutated strain of the coronavirus is not new and persons should not be too alarmed.
Mutations or changes in the genetic sequence are expected, and there are scientists who are tracking viruses and bacteria for changes all the time. So this is nothing new to science.
Now, what makes this one more concerning, if it is, compared to influenza or any other virus for that matter?
It's a concern because we're in the middle of a pandemic and we're not at the peak yet because countries in the Northern Hemisphere, especially countries that don't have a handle on the pandemic, still have a ways to go. So the news about coronavirus is still catastrophic. And then up comes a second and perhaps a third variant. So that it is to be expected that there will be concern, but there's no need for alarm, panic, anything like that. Mutations or changes in viruses, that's normal behavior.
While some media reports suggest that the new strain of the coronavirus may be more contagious, the World Health Organization said there is zero evidence that there is any increase in severity. Since the UK lockdown was announced on Saturday, over 40 countries in Europe, Asia, South America, the Caribbean and the Middle East have restricted travel from the UK. Grenada and Jamaica are among the Caribbean countries that earlier this week announced a temporary ban. The first flight from the UK to St. Kitts and Nevis arrived on December 5th, the first one in almost 9 months. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.